again from the Chi-Town holding it down, remix to the Kakalaka Sticks. Boy, it is hot out there. I tell you, it is not the time to play outside. So I hope everybody is hydrating, keeping everything nice and easy, not too much extracurricular excitement today. It's been a heat wave for a little minute now. I remember 2 days ago, I was looking at the weather, and the weather app on my computer was just red, at a red triangle with an exclamation point on it. So hot. So take care of yourself. Take it easy. Try to take it slow. And if you do go outside, please stay in the shade. Keep your water with you, your Pedialyte, your lemons, your alkaline water, all that good stuff. So here we are back in Trashy Trisha is who we're going to be having a peekaboo at on today. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. I knew it. I knew it. I knew she had done some clandestine activity with Trash Tail Hotel Motel Holiday Inn, Huntsville Ho. I don't know why people even second guess what she was saying. Trisha to me, in my opinion, is a goofy. A lot like Sloppy Stormy and Tinkerbell Tisha. Just a goofy. Very sneaky, very conniving, very facetious, but under the layer type, behind the back cloak and dagger type energy. The fact that what gave me a red flag with Trisha is how she just has a problem completing a thought, and it seems like she has a lot of pent up resentment and anger still. She says she's been doing her healing stuff and therapy or whatever. She said she was doing working out. The gym was her therapy or her counseling or whatever. But it's something still stuck there in the drainage that hasn't been quite released and cleansed out and addressed, in my opinion. Now, I've been around a lot of folk, been through a lot of stuff. And one thing I know about a small town is that just like people say everybody knows everybody business too. Okay. So in my opinion, for Trish to have some alleged interaction with Martell says a lot about her, because I know she had to have heard something about the former Holtz divorce, and how ugly it was and why they were divorced. Okay. Now, granted, grown people can do whatever they want to do. If they're single, two single people can talk to whoever they want to talk to. However, that infamous term girl code comes up. And, I don't give a damn how small of a town that I'm in. If I find out that I am aware of a particular man about town known as a thought, he's somebody that I'm going to still steer clear of. I don't even care if it's a good morning, just a casual greeting. I don't want no parts of his energy at all. That's just me. That's just my personal opinion and how I move, right? Because I grew up in a small suburb of Chicago. Then I eventually moved out down to the city. Okay. And that's where the majority of my youth and things like that was spent until I went to college. And I was back and forth between the city and the suburbs. And the suburb that I grew up in was very small, right? And because I am such an introvert and a private person, I didn't have a lot of that personal experience with crossing up wires with other people's folk and dating somebody that I knew from high school, brother and all that. I didn't really have firsthand experience with all this messiness that we see here on Huntsville streets. But the streets do talk, okay? And a lot of information that we get from the streets, a lot of it is very reliable because a lot of times people don't have a reason to lie on somebody who they don't really get down with. You know what I mean? The people who lie are the ones who have something to hide. Let's start there. So I hope that not many of us are surprised at this. I just happened to catch this clip because I was on IG scrolling through, just being nosy, and I was like, finally, 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 it comes out. Didn't take long, did it? Never does, because there's some pressure. Ken is putting on the pressure, like, okay, hey, if you really want this, it shouldn't really be taking a lot of time to tie up these loose hair ends here. Which is another thing that, speaking from firsthand experience, you know, getting myself into a situation with someone who didn't tie up their loose ends, I know firsthand how messy it can get no matter how righteously you try to handle it, no matter how integral you try to handle it. You never can predict what the other side and the connections to the other side of that person will do and how they will react or respond to their estranged spouse moving on with somebody else and their situation is not properly concluded. And I can't be mad at that person for feeling some kind of way when a new person steps on the scene and their previous situation is not completely finalized. I understand that because I'm a woman first, and a mother. So this particular situation, I already knew it. When Stormisha called it out, I was like, yeah, come on now. This is nothing new. We've seen this type of energy before. We've seen these sideways looks, this clueless act they put on, like, oh my God, do I know you? You look familiar. Like that's the first go-to default, attempt at covering up the fact that they know each other and either took a shot at each other or they actually messed around. I mean, we all grown. We nobody's slow. We play slow, but we not new to this. We true to this. So finally, at least she came out with it. A little bit too much, too little, too late. I really am not surprised. I'm disgusted. Yes, I am. But let's have a peek at it. Let's take a look at it, shall we? And it's really interesting how she breaks the news to Ken, who is anxiously awaiting to marry this woman, and he seems to feel like he's completely in love with her, and he found his person, and I wonder, does he still feel that way after she finally comes clean? After he has had to go through the embarrassment of explaining to people that she's still married, looking crazy, looking like foo foo. So let's have look see at this little clip, shall we? It's interesting, very interesting. Quite disgusting in my opinion, but hey, our people are grown. Like I said, they do what they want to do. I personally, it's in very poor taste to me, and I don't understand why people don't understand that there's a certain way that you carry yourself. It speaks more about your own character than anybody else who comes and blows up your spot like Martell did. Let's go.
There was some stuff that was brought up. Martell acting like he didn't know me was brought up. And she asked Martell about why he acted that way. And he said, well, because, she been at my house. So I just laughed and I said, no, I didn't. I was like, why would he say that? What gave him that energy? What possessed him to say that? But I think I was waiting for that to come out because I I did in fact go to his house.
So you been to his house?
I couldn't remember for sure, but yes.
How could you not?
You see what I mean? You couldn't remember for sure, but yes. It's either yes or no. It's these little girl games, that childish, flaky, goofy energy. It's dangerous when it comes to relationships, friendships, even in your professional career. You're supposed to be a trainer, and then you perpetrate this fraud. Like, I don't train guys, but you went and met up with this disgusting narcissist who is a philanderer and has a reputation for running through women. Got a varsity squad bench warmer for a baby mama. Okay, got a whole charge of DV. You didn't see that on the news, sis? You didn't pick up on that? So you want to flirt with danger and go over to this predator's house, you know? And when did this happen? Was this when you first started to separate from your estranged husband? Was it right before you met Ken? Was it during the time you was messing around with Ken, but while I was still married? When all these overlapping situationships, you know, very messy. And these are the type of women who get other folk hurt with this flaky, you know, flighty, goofy, ditzy, dizzy energy. It's really disgusting and annoying, and it's embarrassing because the stereotype of Black women that we have been trying to dispel for so long has been that we are confused and we cannot be consistent. Our decision making is poor. We're irresponsible, both sexually and financially, and all kind of different ways of in this irresponsibility. And this is what we put on a television show that's supposed to be displaying Black excellence. Let's go.
Not remember? How, like, what makes you not remember you been to somebody's house?
I was just like, did I go to his house or did we go to his gym? Because that was the purpose. And it just like, I was like, no, we never made it to the gym. There was some stuff that was brought up. Martell acting like he didn't know me was brought up. And
So where did you make it to? Is what I want to know. If you didn't make it to the gym, you made it over to his house. What was the purpose of going over to his house? You're supposed to be going to the gym to work out. Did you go to his house to work out? Or what happened? How do you not remember where you've been alone with a man? Are you that you have that low tolerance of alcohol that you so tipsy you don't remember that you went to a man's house? Uh, I don't know, y'all. It is what it is. Drop them eagle feathers in the comment section. Let me know what you think. If you haven't already, please like the video, share it, and subscribe. Please, please, please tell me what you feel about this. I steer clear of women like Trisha. Um, it's obvious why, Stormy and Letitia and Kimmy and all them, they get along because they're all exactly have the same bird brain mentality. That's just my opinion. Okay. You can't teach a fish how to climb a tree. And it's really very telling for any woman after how public the former Holt's divorce was. Even if she didn't really watch the show. She goes all the way back to childhood with the Holt family and the Holt brothers. So, you mean to tell me you didn't know what the hell Martell was about? Come on now. This is why the ratings are the way they are. Okay. This is why millimeters against everybody. We get blamed for everything that ain't going right in people's lives who we're not even checking for these folks really like that. I just happen to be scrolling and I'm like, she finally told the truth. Okay. So, Ken, I don't know. I don't know what y'all think Ken should do. I think he should pack his bags and bounce, or pack hers and send her packing, one way or the other. I don't see this turning out well at this point. I don't want to see Ken as, a doormat. Is he one of them type of guys, just like a pick Misha? Is he a pick me him? You know, is he a pick he? Is he gonna do the right thing and stand up as a man and demand his respect and walk away? Cause I don't know me. I'm a Virgo though, so once you out of my heart, you're out. That's it. No going back. No coming back. This is to me. You embarrassed me. You had me going to bat for you. You had me, you know, vouching for you. Now you're not gonna make my woman look like a pass around, a jump off. But that's exactly how she looks, in my opinion. This is what this is giving. You was a jump off. And now you want to try to be an honorable woman. You found a man who was actually willing to invest in you to help you boost your self-esteem and your self-worth back up, your dignity back up, and then you wasn't even honest enough with him to tell him, by the by, there was some validity to that, before you get out here caping for me. I want you to know that I did meet up with this dude, because if you really have nothing to hide and you really respect the person that you say that you want to marry, why are you so scared to get a divorce and move forward to the next? You did all this healing work, and you that's your best friend, and you in a hurry to marry him just like he is you. This should have already, this should have already been a conversation before it got to the point of you proposing to me, or us tentatively speaking about getting married. Because from what I understand, he said he ain't proposed yet, and there ain't no ring on her finger. So, looks a little sus to me. We already knew she was, you know, whack and weak when it comes to resisting these evil temptations of these, the likes of, ugh, little buddy. Yuck. What is alluring about that? You know, I don't know. Y'all just let me know what you think in the comments. Drop them eagle feathers. If you care to bless the Cash App, is Queen 1971. That's QWEEN 1971. Okay. Trashy Trisha. Here you go. Let's peep this one more time. You forgot that you went to his house, maybe, but yeah, I didn't remember.
Because I did in fact go to his house.
So you been to his house?
I couldn't remember for sure, but yes.
How could you?
Yeah, so there you go, people. I love you. Take good care of yourself in this heat. Drink your water. Continue to stay blessed. And I'm going to be out for right now. I might come back with another one a little bit later on. Today is my final day off, so I'm trying to enjoy, relax, relate, and release, because I have to deal with a lot of delusional people. So this is my outlet. This is my joy, coming to meet up with y'all, share my views, and See what you think. See if I'm, am I being a little too, am I being too hard on Trashy Trisha? Does she deserve Ken to step off and go find him a honorable woman who can be loyal and honest and upfront and candid and transparent? Or should he stick it out and ride it out with old Trashy Trish to see if she got anything other bones that might fall out the closet? What do you think? Tell me no. Let me know what you think. All right, and I'm gonna be out for right now. Later, later, later. One love.